With these 4 packing tips for makeup, I will share how I pack and store my makeup for airline travel. I'm going to share 4 tips that will help you maximize space in your carry-on suitcase with your makeup. I will show you the makeup that I use and why I choose to pack that kind of makeup. I will briefly talk about some makeup brush tips as well. If you travel for work, you are going to love my makeup brush hacks, and some of you are probably already doing this. Stick around to the end to see the 3 makeup hacks that I have. When I travel, I usually end up taking a minimal amount of makeup and brushes, but I think my methods are going to help you when you are packing your travel bag or your toiletry kit like I have. I did a video talking about a toiletry kit. The only problem with a toiletry kit is that it takes up almost my entire carry-on suitcase, so I would only use this for like a 2-day travel trip. Say that 3 times fast. For packing tip number 1, we're going to consider Marie Kondo's philosophy of being intentional in the items that we choose. What makeup will you wear when you travel? Are you going to need it during the day? Are you going to need it at night? Are you going to need to dress it up or be in a dark restaurant where you want to really use some accent colors? For this makeup packing video, I feel like I need to put out a disclaimer that we are all beautiful in God's sight. Makeup does not make us more beautiful on the inside. It is a way of expressing our creativity and expressing our personality. Think on that and then follow these next 2-3 steps. Great organizers will tell you that your items need to be stored in a home base, like at the end of the day. So step number 2 is your makeup items need to be packed in a home base. And for me, that is using makeup pouches. Now I have these freebies that I've gotten. Some of them I have bought on my own, just little packages or pouches of different sizes. Is this not the cutest little pouch? I got it in Target a long time ago for like $5. You can just find cheap little pouches anywhere. Marie Kondo has a 3-pouch organization system for $180, but I am choosing a less expensive set. If you like to buy something before a vacation, I highly recommend buying little cheap pouches from TJ Maxx or even your grocery store. Our H-E-B has some adorable makeup pouches that you can use for travel packing methods. With pouches, you can store different sized makeups in those different sized containers or pouches. Your travel bag pouches also can fit in the pockets of open space in a suitcase, like between your clothes or stuffed in this little open section right here because of their sizes. I used to use a really big bright pink makeup pouch that said Sparkle, but it was almost as big as my toiletry kit. So I got smart and started breaking it down into smaller pouches, still organizing them to a certain degree, but it doesn't have to be organized. It just means that your containers or your pouches are going to hold the different sized makeups and amounts that you have when you travel. The number 3 packing makeup tip is to build like a pyramid, or for you moms out there, to make a Minecraft step section down to a pool in your beautiful city on Minecraft. So what I'm basically doing, I'm building a pyramid. I'm going to use the flat palettes that I have as edges in my long bag, okay? I use these 2. One's a travel one and one is just a bunch of matte eyeshadows, for those of you who are curious. And I won't take these every time I travel, but if there are some accent colors that I want or a lot of different mattes, and if I have the space in my suitcase, I am going to take those 2 travel palettes. And they are flat and they are long, much like the size of my pouch. So basically, I am going to pack my makeup in a pyramid shape when I am storing them in one pouch. Those will fit in a large pouch. If I am packing in a minimalistic way, I'm going to have my blush, neutral eyeshadows, and this CoverGirl flat palette with the bright blue, because I put on top of my eyeliner a little dark bright blue, and then if I really need an accent like I did today, I'll put it in the corner of my eye, and you can kind of tell, I don't know. And then I usually do end up bringing a bronzer. I have overpacked going to a beach location so many times that I now know that I'm not going to wear a whole lot of makeup at a beach. So I will take like tinted moisturizer, I will take my neutrals and my blush, my one accent color, and then maybe a bronzer. Eyeliner, those fit easily in little pouches. Now that Marie Kondo is getting us to look at our travel contents in an organizational way, we can do what she does. Her tips and my YouTube videos are going to help spark joy when you get to your final destination and you know where everything is protected, everything is together. You can take it out, put it in a home base in the hotel room or wherever your destination is. I do know that makeup nor things are the source of my joy, but they can spark joy in us as long as we know that's not the source of our joy, right? Packing tip number 4 is to follow the 3-1-1 rule from TSA to get through security. If you have any liquid makeup, foundation, eye primer, face primer, anything like that, cleanser, moisturizer, all of your liquid skincare items that are going through the security scanner because they're going to go underneath the seat in front of you, or that makeup is going to go above your head in the little overhead bins above the airplane seat. Those have to all be in one quart-sized bag, and the containers of each of those liquid makeups, whatever liquids you have in here, perfume, the containers cannot be larger than 3.4 ounces. And then the amounts inside the 3.4 have to be 3.4 ounces or less. Like you can't take a huge bottle of shampoo with just a little bit of shampoo in there. The container has to be 3.4 ounces. Now, this bag is so totally cute. I got it from Sephora through Amazon, and it is no longer available. But the reason I like this is it's a silicone material. So I don't know what it is about it. It stretches. I feel like I can fit more in here than I can those stiff plastic square ones that you see on Amazon or in the grocery store or at TJ Maxx. I feel like a bag, like a rectangular bag that zips, will fit more. And I did find one on Amazon that is this almost clear fabric, and it is and it is the silicone fabric. Just a little note for beginners. I have a lot of beginners who are subscribing. Thank you. You're going to be so proud of yourself. Beginner flyers who are subscribing to me or watching my videos. The bag does need, your liquids bag that goes through security and is pulled out in the gray bin, that bag does need to be clear-ish or mostly clear, because if TSA needs to look at it, they can look at it quickly instead of pulling you out of the line and then delaying you as well as all the people behind you. So that's part of the reason why the bag needs to be clear or mostly clear. Now, Ziploc also has a stand and fill plastic bag, much like their sandwich bags, and that I've used before because my mother-in-law had them, but I didn't want to buy a whole box, so I just have this one that I use over and over again. I also like this mostly clear type bag because what I have inside does not scream out to other passengers, "Oh, she's using Donna Karan white linen perfume." I just don't want it to be screaming from my bag. I do recommend these type of containers for carrying really, really thick lotions or cleansers, that kind of thing. I have Vaseline in one and I've used cleanser in the other, and it does hold quite a bit, but they do save up a lot of space. Like this is my cleanser container and it's 4.5 ounces, but I can put enough for an 8-day trip in here and wash my face every day with it. If it's thick, it will not leak from that kind of container. Moisturizer, my moisturizer is pretty wet and liquidy, so it has leaked before in that little disc container. And I'll link them below on Amazon for you in the description box. My husband and I have pre-check, but we have not gotten our 14-year-old his own pre-check, so there are times when I have to go through the regular security line and pull out my bag of liquids. Even though I have pre-check, I always put my liquids now in a liquids bag just in case pre-check is down or something like that. I do travel with a minimal amount of brushes. I don't take all of my brushes. I have all these brushes and another big container, fishbowl size container of brushes that I use at home, but I'm not going to use those while I travel. My hardworking mom made me this little fold up makeup brush container, and I do pack my eyeshadow brushes in here. A makeup brush hack for when you stay in a hotel room is to use the coffee cups that come in the hotel room, the paper ones. If you're on a cruise ship, you can use a glass mug from the ship restaurant or that is already in your room. Let me know in the comment section below if you have a battle in your mind over how much makeup to actually pack, and let me know if you've ever overpacked or if you're just a minimal makeup packer on your vacation. By the way, my name is Laurie and I want to say thank you for watching my videos. I do not want to waste your time, so I appreciate your time in spending it with me. And thank you for those of you who stuck around to the end to hear the 3 makeup hacks. I shared this one in my life hacks video about how to store a beauty blender. Now I used this today, so it is wet, and when you get a beauty blender wet, it enlarges like this and it won't dry out until the next day. But a fantastic makeup hack for the beauty blender is to store it in a plastic Easter egg. It fits perfectly in here when it is dry. I just last week got a beauty blender sponge cleaner, and it is a bar of soap that is charcoal infused. And I think the whole problem with beauty blender is they need to give us storage containers for these items. Like, I heard this from a YouTuber, this makeup hack from a YouTuber. I don't know who it was. I heard it a long time ago. But there's no way to store this wet, waxy, soapy, charcoal sponge cleaner now. So if you have a hack for how to store that, let me know. Another makeup hack is to store your liquid containers horizontally in your liquids bag. I know that makeup palettes can get jostled around, so another makeup hack for this is to use one of those white circular cotton pads against the actual color and the lid, and then close it as much as you can. It is thin enough that most of the compacts that you have will be able to actually close when you put the little cotton pad in there for protection. Anyway, thank you again for watching my packing tips for makeup travel video. Leave me a comment below and let me know if you feel more intentional or more organized with these 4 tips.